One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since a number. One is the loneliest number. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number.
Hello everyone, welcome to a very special episode of the Giant Bomb Community Podcast. I am your host, coming back for this special episode, Fat Mac, also joined by Red and Black.
Xbox,
turn on the pizza.
Oh god, I wish I could do that. So close.
We got Morbid Coffee here.
Dogs.
What up, dog?
This is Dog.
This is Dog here.
Oh, they should have had Snoop Dogg at the show. That would have been so cool.
Snoop Dogg presenting the Call of Duty Ghosts. Yeah, that would have made sense.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Would have been great. Also, last but not least, Ghost Yet.
Since this is a special episode, I just have one thing to say to you kids. Don't do drugs.
Yes, don't do drugs. Okay,
fuck bitches, but don't do drugs.
Yes.
It's going to be the boot up screen for the Xbox One. It's going to be Winners Don't Do Drugs.
Oh, that needs to come back.
Great.
So many childhood memories.
Every TV show.
And it made absolutely no impact on my life at all. Okay, moving on.
I think Michael Bean should say that. In his Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon voice.
We won't go too long. There was a Red Cross PSA that I saw at the beginning of the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory remake that had Kiefer Sutherland doing the voice, not the voice, but the whole, acting. Like he was on screen acting for it. And they very obviously, pulled him aside on the set of 24. So he's still in Jack Bauer, character mode, telling you to give blood. It is I wanted to give blood at that moment. He was like, you need to give blood now. The safety of humans depends on it. Get off your ass and give blood. Full Jack Bauer interrogation mode.
Keith can ask me whatever he wants to do, and I'll say it.
It's one of the best
he can take my blood, he can punch me in the face until he draws blood. So
I was sitting in the theater oh my god, we need to go now. We need to leave.
We only got 24 hours.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh no. Yeah.
All right. So
24's coming back, but whatever.
Yeah, I was reading about that today. That's gonna be cool. Maybe.
Okay, this episode's going to cover the Xbox One reveal, the console, and the whole conference itself. We'll be skimming down some notes by the handful of LA Times or whatever. But we will be covering our overall thoughts on it at the end of the show, mostly giving our overall thoughts on also the news that came after it with the old used game stuff, debacle. But first, we should go over the whole conference. Rather quickly. Not a lot of stuff happened, not a lot of games for us, but it'll be fast. The biggest highlight for me personally was the montage which showed Jay Allard. The Eyes of Allard returned for only one day, on one special day. He was on live TV on Spike. Jay Allard came back to lead the tribe to victory.
I liked when they were doing what Xbox did for me, and one of them said it made a relationship with my television, and then two fat people looked at each other. I thought that was a great moment.
So that pizza app is really working well.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
no, I was going to say they showed Jay Allard, and he's probably not working on anything related to the Xbox One.
No,
he's saving the world in his own way.
Is he even working at this point?
I don't think he's at Microsoft.
No.
But what the fuck does he do even at this point?
Appear in montages.
Apart from that,
trying to save the Zune, but it died. So yeah, montage. Rest in peace, Jay Allard.
That's such a hard swing to go from Xbox to Zune.
I know.
God.
It's here's this thriving, huge thing, and here's Zune, left in dust.
Well, it's the difference between I can't say Xbox One, but the difference between the Xbox original and 360 was like, yeah, he turned that around. All right, good. He came. This guy's got some skills. Why don't you go try the Zune? Why don't you go try the Zune?
Can't save a sinking ship like that. Yeah, Jay Allard, his eyes captivated the world for just a mere second.
Oh, Space Giraffe. Best part of Space Giraffe.
That's Space Giraffe. Anyways, Don Matrick was telling us good morning, giving us the whole hoo-ha of Xbox is popular and all that.
Very shiny suit he was wearing.
Yes, very, very shiny suit. Gotta say, a bit of a revival for Don Matrick. Not necessarily taking the whole conference, but it wasn't as douchey as usually is, I'd say.
They finally hired good writers.
Yeah, that too.
I don't know, to me his dead eyes were pretty douchey.
Yeah, but he didn't have his big, like, wavy hair.
Yeah, but that dude does not have a soul at this point.
Yeah, but you don't get to be
everyone working at top of that company.
You don't get to be a corporate CEO if you have a soul.
Except Steve Jobs, probably. But you don't have a soul.
He's all soul now, man.
Yep. Rest in peace, Jay Allard and Steve Jobs.
When I think of Steve Jobs, I think of soul.
Yep.
It's him and Barry White.
Steve Jobs powers the Xbox One.
Oh, God.
It's very offensive, but whatever. Okay.
Pretty much.
Sorry if you're listening, Mrs.
Yeah, sorry in general. Anyways, after Matrix's big whole hoo-ha, whatever, good morning, they showed a video showing the console, the box. Take that, Sony. They showed the box.
All right.
All to do it.
What did you guys think of the look? I actually really like the way it looks,
too.
except for that, like, is it two different colors or is it like two different textures on the top?
Textures.
It's two different textures.
I don't know, because I think it's the lighting of that video that made it look really.
No, it's textures. Like they released photos unwired, and that's clearly like a ventilation shaft or something.
It looks very like industrial-like.
It does.
No, it looks like a fucking VCR.
Kinda. VCR.
I wish it had.
I like this whole retro future thing that Microsoft's doing.
I wish
they're doing the exact same thing Nintendo did with the Wii remote.
Yeah, taking something that you already know what it looks like.
Exactly, like they're doing the same thing. Like I don't like it, but I admire the design because it's smart.
I wish it had a great big knob on the front of it, even if it didn't do anything. But like, I think that sort of box and form factor should have a big volume knob on it.
Yeah.
Just even if it's not like even motion, just like the fixture should be on there. Like that's how that image looks in my mind.
Mm. So they showed the box. Sony didn't do that. No problem.
I feel like they felt like this whole thing because of the PlayStation 4 announcement. They're like, we have to have a box, and they made a literal box.
Yeah.
I don't know. It makes it feel real. Like PS4 still feels like some weird abstract thing. Like saying that doesn't really.
It does look.
It's strong.
It's bigger than the. I still have one of the first gen PS3s, and it looks bigger than my first gen PS3. It looks big.
That PS3 is fucking huge. Jesus.
This Xbox is pretty big too, man.
I don't know. It's like it just. I bet it looks smaller than we think. Like
I just really fucking hope they move the USB ports from the side to the front, because that is really fucking stupid.
It's really weird. Didn't like that. But...
Yeah, they will in the Xbox One Slim.
They have HDMI in, and in the console they have USB 3 stuff. Wi-Fi in the console, you have to buy a stupid adapter for it, which is stupid.
I want to say the Slim, the Xbox 360 Slim has.
Yeah, but I don't have. I don't have a Slim. I still have an old one. Survived the war somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know the other specs of it. Like we don't know GPU.
Well, we know
stuff.
it has like 5 billion transistors.
5 billion transistors,
which means
that's
something.
the definition. That's the definition of buzzword.
That means
what's
something.
What's the Sega thing? What's that?
Blast processing.
Yeah, blast processing. It has
blast processing. They said 500 gig hard drive and like maybe external storage, maybe.
They have 8
and like 5
gigs RAM, yeah.
Like the PS4.
No, they didn't say NVIDIA like graphics. They didn't use the NVIDIA name on it, which I think they did for 360.
It's apparently DDR3 and is using up to 3, I think, just for the OS.
No component cables, just HDMI so far.
Yeah, no multi-out, so yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not a VCR.
No, it's not a VCR.
God damn it.
Yes, goddamn it.
HDD.
And the TV stuff needs an external device.
Yeah, but we'll get to that a bit later. So they show the box. Looks nice, at least to me. But
I just don't understand the whole hype for what the box is gonna fucking look like. Like,
I think it was just weird that Sony didn't show it. Like, you want to have that moment where you can, like, pull the cover off, right? Like, that's a great moment for, like, it's a reveal. You're supposed to, like, and here it is. And just Sony didn't do that, and it just felt like
it's going to be awkward when Sony shows it. Like, here
I
it
don't
is.
know.
Like,
In my opinion, they can still do that pizzazz thing during E3. Like,
certainly.
The ball
they were
is
smart to save that to kind of give us one last thing to see at E3. That's smart.
Yeah, like
both of these. Go ahead,
especially since the ball is still in Sony's court at this point.
Both of these companies still have, like, I'm sure, plenty to reveal and say about this.
Yeah, Microsoft will have a final sort of concrete thing on all this, a judging on all of it when E3 comes, because that's when they're going to bring out their big guns.
Also, everything is subject to change. I'm sure everyone here remembers the Batarang controller from the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
I hope
that thing would have been cool.
No, like, we'll get to the controller thing, but I hope that somewhere in a closet at Sony there is an actual functioning Bluetooth-powered Batarang controller that just Kaz Hirai is the only one that has it.
Yes, it is secret, like, their vault.
Fortress of Solitude, yeah.
Yeah, that's where he goes to...
Apparently that thing's boomerang design actually made sense.
It did. Like, I've heard reports that it was supposed to be a great controller, but then we got the PS3 one, which isn't that good in my opinion. But
I know, I like the PS3 controller, but I would just like to see how that thing worked. Because apparently the design is simply more ergonomic than...
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Before.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of stupid that it went to hell only because people went, it looks like a banana. Like,
it's not a DualShock.
It did not look like it would be very pleasant to hold that. Like, I could not imagine my hands curving in a shape that would hold that.
Apparently it was supposed to be much more comfortable to use than a simple DualShock.
Yeah, whatever. That's
like
that thing is dead. Breaking news from 8 years ago.
Yes. People still waiting for the old boomerang controller. Still waiting. Speaking of controllers, they also revealed the Xbox new controller for the Xbox One.
It's probably the one thing I actually like about the design.
Me too. I'm a fan of it.
I mean, it's all about... I don't think they let anybody actually pick up that controller at the show.
They did.
They did.
Let the press...
Jeff himself...
They didn't let them play anything, but they let them use the controller.
That I don't care. Like, I think somebody mentioned the light bar on the PS4 controller. I don't care how it looks really at all. Like, the amount of time I spend looking at my controller versus touching it and not looking at it, like, all I care about is how it fits in my hands.
Yeah, apparently the only noticeable change that they made was the analog sticks are smaller to make like a smaller dead zone on them.
I heard people said the D-pad was a lot better though.
Yeah, but it's not.
That's definitely
it's better, but it's not like PlayStation or
it's still gonna
like it even looks like it's not going to be like an insane rise in quality.
It just looks really mushy still.
Almost anything would be an insane rise of quality from this piece of garbage.
D-pad, you underestimate how terrible it is.
Yeah, good lord.
It's a piece of garbage.
The twisty one was better, but that first gen, man, oh god.
I want to try it, but yeah. Definitely an improvement, so...
It was useless like shit. Also, is there a guide button on this thing?
I think that is a button, but is it capacitance?
There's no longer a start and back button.
There's two buttons that will do that same stuff, though.
Yeah, but they don't look like the one looks like a list, and the other one looks like
like two windows,
like minimize or something.
Yeah, but I mean that whatever. I don't care what you name it.
Who needs controllers when you got Kinect, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Kinect's the future.
I am the controller. I have a guide button.
You are the guide button, yeah. So last but not least, they did not forget about Kinect. Despite our best wishes, Kinect is still here. Obviously, it's not going to go super popular.
You know what? Whatever you think about the design of the box, the Kinect looks fucking stupid.
Yeah, it looks really bulky.
I still am not clear on how it's supposed to stand or.
I think it's supposed to be clipped into your TV.
On the top, I guess it would have to be.
Yeah, on the top or on the bottom.
It's fucking
people are saying that it's built to go under the TV this time.
Maybe like on the lip of your TV
it's
stand.
Sort of like the the Wii sensor bar, how you could calibrate it to go above or below.
Yeah, that thing was a little stick. Like, this thing is giant.
I hope the fucking cord is longer than it was on that Wii sensor bar.
Yeah.
That Wii sensor bar, such garbage.
Jeez.
That's the most annoying thing. Just look at this thing. Oh yeah.
Like at that point, I would prefer to have that shit integrated into the Wii.
Yeah.
Like just put the box wherever.
Yeah.
I think the Kinect looks fucking stupid. It looks like a missile guide or something. I would be afraid to start it because I would be afraid it would start shooting stingers at me.
Sean Elliott, who was a level designer for BioShock Infinite and former 1UP podcast superstar, said he is not going to have that in his house. He refuses to have a camera with corporate connections in his house. So it'll be interesting to see if more people follow suit with that.
He won't be able to turn on his console, apparently.
That was apparently a point of concern for him. So
no Xbox for you.
Yeah.
Xbox on.
I just
Xbox now.
hope that they don't put this whole voice control shit too much in the front, because I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, me too. It's goofy, certainly.
I think it's one of those things where, like, for little stuff here and there.
Yeah, but
like if you ever tried to delete something off your 360 hard drive, it's like an IQ test to like find which like tab
here.
Is it here? Yeah, if I could just be delete Halo. Xbox delete Halo.
Xbox explodes.
Does not compute.
Yeah.
Cannot delete God.
I just hope it doesn't lean in too much, because I imagine using a Kinect like in a party environment. Like, imagine shouting Xbox off in the middle of fucking
That's what those people at the it's like, no man, let's just turn off this Xbox and then like.
Well, who at your party is just going to randomly yell Xbox off?
Hey Television. What was that was that Happy Action Theater was the one that you yelled Hey Television?
Yeah.
I think that one was better. So they showed the gesture stuff. This is, I guess, jumping a little bit ahead, but they showed the gesture stuff that you can like pinch and zoom to like maximize the windows and everything. The thing that I thought was really cool was when they did the Skype call. When he ended the call, he made the little like throat slash off with his head kind of neck cutty motion. I hope that that's the actual gesture that they use to end stuff on the Xbox. Just go.
It's over.
Yeah,
it's the last thing your friend sees on Skype.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Bloody head.
By the way,
I hope in general
it has Skype.
Yeah.
Like,
my
guess
TV
what?
has Skype.
Probably
so
has
listeners
Netflix.
of the podcast can expect future episodes to be recorded through the Xbox One.
None of us are going to buy that thing.
Xbox giant bomb community.
As a lesson to everyone listening, please do not buy.
Did you mean Halo?
Yes.
You know what would be cool if instead of this whole Skype bullshit, they actually had a phone app on the Xbox, an actual like Windows Phone app that would allow me to phone someone directly to the Xbox. Like pull out my Lumia or something and just phone somebody, and he could pick up the call.
I'll tell you what. You know what would have been even cooler if they announced the party chat, but allowed it to have more than 8 people.
And the Xbox One is calling someone right now.
Yeah.
Because that
was my phone.
Like the thing the only thing that really made me excited for the Xbox was the idea of a full-on integration between all the iterations of Windows 8 there are, like the Xbox, the phone, and the PC.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't get to that. But
if they enabled me to have a way to simply have a big Windows hub in my home, that would be awesome, because I would just have access to all of this shit on the go wherever I was.
You know, it does seem like this would have been the proper venue to introduce that as opposed to E3 or something. It does
after tepid talk about the Windows 8. I don't know. It's
well, I mean that's the other thing is in 2 years there's going to be another Windows anyway. So
true.
I mean,
it's not like Xbox and Windows 7 where people were okay with it. This one's like tepid, at least the response. But I don't know the overall response. I'm not really sure.
I think it's better than Windows 7, but like I said, there's going to be Windows 9 in 2 years anyway. So
I just wish they went that angle, because that's the thing that the Sony and the Nintendo cannot do ever.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, is it going to be Windows 9 or is it going to be Xbox Windows?
Windows? No, it's Windows 1.
Windows is more popular than Xbox at this point.
No, it's window.
Just one window.
Your window
Oh.
to everything.
Oh god, that's
you
too
should be a
close,
PR
Ghost.
You should be a PR guy for Xbox.
Oh, you're getting too close.
You're way too good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Xbox Ghost.
You know,
Gone
if that,
bad.
if Microsoft hired me to be their PR guy, that conference would be fucking amazing. Like you guys would be pre-ordering this shit right now.
It's the most passive-aggressive conference ever.
Okay.
And,
I would end- I would end this with I would end the conference with buy this shit.
Bio shit.
Buy a shit.
Buy this shit. Buy this shit. Just you know you want to, and just
The
run off.
long-awaited sequel
Smoke
of
a-
Bioforge.
I would just smoke a cigarette and just get out of this.
Bioforge had Xbox One. That'd be great. Oh no, the other way around. Xbox One and Bioforge. That'd be amazing. So yeah, we're way off track here. Let's get back to our constant. So after all the presenting the box, Yusuf, I'm not gonna pronounce that. It's too much.
Medi.
So, Microsoft exec guy came out and showed how fast the Xbox One supposedly was by saying Xbox on.
Does anyone believe that was actually that was like the real hardware and
I guarantee you on
OS?
day one that is going to be 10 times slower with the
Yeah.
amount of people connecting to
I
Xbox Live.
bet a
Next
soccer
one,
mom
recognize.
somewhere. I bet a soccer mom who watched that video believed that shit.
Well, I'm not saying believe it. I'm just saying, do you like?
No,
No. Okay.
Nah, it seemed way too big.
I don't either.
I'm saying so. So no.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
say vaguely.
So, the guy kept saying Xbox games, Xbox movie, Xbox music, but the big reveal, Xbox TV. You can watch live TV on your Xbox One.
Providing
you have
have a
cable on your in
and
your
providing
area.
have a providing have a adapter or some other shit that's is another box you need to hook up to this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Which
So
completely undermines the whole idea of this is Xbox for your entire living room.
Xbox for America, apparently.
Well, that's pretty much the way Xbox works.
America first, everyone else last. Sorry, guys.
It's like
Yeah.
we tried, and you guys don't care. So
You
fine.
guys got
Fuck you.
PS4s?
It is the most patriotic console ever.
Just red, white, and blue.
Oh, if they came out with a red, white, blue edition, I'd
Oh, like the Iron Man armor, the patriotic Iron Man armor. Yeah, that would be cool.
faceplates have to come back.
Xbox Nation.
Comes pre-installed with Iron Man on the hard drive.
Oh, that'd be great.
God.
Xbox Patriot.
Patriots only.
Patriot
That's-
box.
You just spoiled the story in Metal Gear Solid 5.
US box.
Wait, so Hideo Kojima creates
Xbox. Hey guys,
Xbox
I have a
One?
pitch for the next Xbox. It's going to be called Xbox US, as in Xbox US and Xbox Us.
Oh my god.
Metal Gear Solid 5 shows the origin stories of the Patriots, and all their AIs are on Xbox Ones.
They're all watching us through the Kinect camera.
No, that's going to be the next Wii U. It's like, we made a Wii for Wii, and then we made a Wii for you, and now we're going to make a Wii for us.
And the US.
That's the third prong of the Wii strategy.
United States.
Yeah, because clearly the Wii U's taking off.
Yeah, that'll be the hardware revision. Okay,
7,000
you didn't like it, but now it's for all of us.
It's The Last of Us.
We know you didn't like the Wii U, that's why we made the Wii No.
We know.
We know.
And next week.
Oh my God.
Oh god, all of these names are horrible. What have we done to naming conventions? These are all terrible.
The worst thing
That's
about
right,
this-
no matter what else
stuff
wins,
was
the
I was-
Xbox One, huh?
Yeah.
The worst thing about this, I was looking for pictures of the Xbox One, and I put Xbox One on Google, and it showed me fucking Xbox One.
I
The
bet
original
it would.
one. What is going on?
I know. It does make the PS4 seem like the most safe, plain, boring, like possible name they could have chosen, as opposed
It's
to
constant, at least. Consistent.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I understand it. It just seems
After PS Vita, I don't know what else they can name it.
You know, like they actually the Vita made more sense when it was still supposed to be called the PlayStation Orbis,
What do you mean by that?
because like there's a phrase Orbis Vitae, as in Circle of Life, and that was the thing they were going for.
Oh.
Yeah, but they realized that the Vita was not
That's why the
abandoned ship on
PlayStation
that.
Vita is called Vita.
You know. So yeah,
I actually kind of wish they called that thing the Orbis, because I don't know, I think it would be cool.
I don't know. It's too
I
out there.
kinda wish they...
People.
Although
Let me get this
PS4
Orbis.
does it, Although PS4 gets the job done.
Well, the course that won the Kentucky Derby was just called Orb.
True. Japanese horse racing game for Sony.
Now, what if they stuck with the Xbox Durango? Make it as American as possible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's your car too now.
God.
Xbox car.
Xbox car, drive me home.
Xbox 4-wheel drive.
Xbox shift.
Xbox change my transmission fluid.
Xbox General Motors is going to be as alive as that thing.
Alive and well.
I can't wait until Microsoft asks for a bailout from the government.
Well, I'm Obama, and I love Xbox. Well, I'm safe.
Xbox Obama.
Obama saves the Xbox.
The American people demand their Xbox.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know where we're going, but let's get back on track again.
Oh, why start?
We're driving this car at night, and we're drunk, and we don't know where the road is. You know?
Xbox, go home.
Yes, Xbox, go home.
Xbox,
Take
go
me
home.
home.
Oh God, if it was a car, it would do that too.
Xbox, go home.
take me home.
Please take me home. I'm drunk. Can't drive. Go home, Xbox. Don't drink and drive, and don't use drugs either.
But have sex.
Yes, have sex.
It's
Okay.
good for you.
Going back, Blu-ray drive. We missed this. Blu-ray drive.
They had to.
Yeah, they had to.
I kind of wish they tried to bring back HD DVD.
And now all the
no, you know,
movies you bought are now, we can finally use them on Xbox.
Like no,
Finally, vindication.
We looked at the
finally
information.
watch Spider-
We ran the numbers, and it turns out that no, we were right. HD DVD is the best. We were right, and you guys are all wrong. So yeah, that's what we're
Get
doing.
those copies of Van Helsing or whatever. I can.
And Doom.
And
God, they put out the worst movies on HD DVD.
not a lot here. Oh, the Kinect abilities. Has a 1080p camera, much improved from the Kinect. Well, you can improve shit, so it's yeah.
Harsh. And I'm the one hating. And I'm the one hating on the Xbox, right?
Yeah, Kinect. It's just terrible. It's hopefully isn't much improved because I like to be wrong, but my time with the Kinect was.
Oh, it has to be because it's going to have 15 exclusives for it.
I mean the Kinect in general.
No. What is what I'm saying?
I mean the hardware, not the games.
No, the hardware has to be good to support 15 games that's going to be.
Okay, I thought the
only,
Kinect was.
because
Well, they
that's
didn't. They didn't name those games. They could just be Carnival mini games.
Exactly. Like
Carnival mini games
one of
one.
them's-
let's
definitely
face it,
Rise.
at least half of this shit is going to be Kinect.
Yeah, one of them's definitely Rise, which was the.
I did.
45 of them are
I'm actually
Ubisoft
psyched
games.
about Rise. I was sad to see that go dark. I'm glad it came back. I was psyched about Rise.
Yeah. Psyched
Oh,
about
what's
Rise.
next? What's next after the Blu-ray drive?
Blu-ray drive, 500 gigabytes, and we already covered that. 40 design innovations for the controller, yada yada yada. Sports.
Way too many friends that you can have.
1,000 friends list. Yeah.
That's
And
after
sports and fitness, you guys.
So sports. You want to watch your sports with fantasy stuff next to it?
No.
I mean, I don't really play fantasy, but I'm interested. Like, that was the only thing. They didn't tell me enough about what that NFL partnership, entailed.
And I play some fantasy, but not enough to really care. But the phone apps for fantasy stuff's garbage. So if it's improved, then that's a big plus. But I don't know. I'm kind of over that.
They did not, give me enough, hard data for me to say, this is going to be awesome or this is a waste of time. They needed to talk more about it.
Yeah, it's probably good for someone out there, but
Yeah, I mean,
Say-
it could potentially be really good for me, but if all they're doing is letting me show live stats about my local game, I don't care. If they're letting me see all games every weekend and stats for all my players whenever, then that is really awesome.
that's
You know what I love?
what.
None of that shit is going to work in my country.
Oh yeah,
ever.
I guess
Ever.
U.S. sports. Come on,
Do you know who does anybody in Poland broadcast NFL games?
No, apart from the
Does
Super
anyone in
Bowl, I don't
Poland
think
know what
so.
NFL is?
They do. We actually have a team that plays American football.
Okay,
Several. There's a team right here in
it's
Silesia.
weird.
I
don't
think
know,
they do.
NFL,
I think they do broadcast the Super Bowl.
Do you know what? Is it a Sky thing or do you guys have Sky? I don't know what Polish TV.
No. A Polish local station actually broadcasts the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So, I don't know. It's just,
I wish we had Atlas on because I wanted to talk to him about it, but maybe next week. Okay.
So sports, all that.
What irks me is there's not going to be any version of that shit for Europe.
Well, we don't really know that yet, but
if it was like
there won't. Well,
what if it was like what if you could do it with like Champions League and stuff?
Microsoft and Xbox is fucking terrible when it comes to supporting Europe in any capacity. I mean, the Xbox was fucking illegal for most of its time in Poland. For until 2011, we weren't even supposed to use the Xbox in a legal way. So it's not going to fucking happen. They won't change their ways. It won't happen. It won't. They will not go the extra length to allow me watch Premier League and Primera Division and etc. in here.
You don't think they will? You don't think they'll do Premier League even? Because that's like a huge contract now. Like that's a feather in the cap for broadcasters to be able to have Premier League games. You don't even think they'll do that?
I doubt
it. Wait, at least you'll be able to play your DLC.
Should I ask why the Xbox was illegal in Poland? Did somebody kill a man with the Xbox or something?
No, basically the thing that we had is that Poland and a few other countries were not part of the whole Xbox Live program, which meant that if we had if we made an Xbox account that was signed, for example, to Gmail and the country is Poland, we were not able to access these games at all, which meant we had to make accounts that were registered on Hotmail, which were registered for Ireland or the US, which technically falls into the category of fraud because we are providing false information.
But the reason you couldn't have it was Microsoft's rules, not like a Polish law, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So and only since I think I'm not sure it's either 2010 or 2011 we can actually use the Xbox because Poland is now the part of the program. So we lived until that time. We had this weird thing when Xbox games were on the shelves, like we had Xbox commercials on TV, but all of that stuff we actually had to abuse legal loopholes to actually use it. It was a really
I know
weird
I have
thing.
a Japanese account on my Xbox, but I haven't tried buying anything from it, so I don't know if it's illegal or not. But I'm pretty sure my mailing address is 123
Not
Japan
exactly
Street.
illegal.
That's a great address.
It's not exactly illegal, but it resides in this gray area where if someone would have the interest to get something done about it, they would. So yeah, this is why I'm really not. Why this stuff really just doesn't excite me, because I know that nothing is going to happen here.
And that's why you buy a PlayStation 4.
Well, I don't know. I think
stupidly
actually no. The
PlayStation
3. Sony actually has been pretty good about support, maybe not supporting, but not being obtrusive. For a long time, we didn't have a Polish version of the PSN, but we very early on had Polish prizes and shit. So.
Well, now that I think about it, I think Sony is one of the 8 sponsors of the Champions League, so you probably would definitely not get Champions League no matter what on there.
Right.
But I mean, it seems like, I don't know, maybe this is a chance for Microsoft to make amends and try and make an inroad in Europe or something. Sony is so powerful. Well, I mean, I don't blame you for thinking that. I'm just.
Yeah.
I feel like they just kind of gave up and they're like, well, we're just going to cater to the people that we know are going to buy the console.
Yeah.
Call of Duty fans.
That's what you kind of have to do at this point.
Well,
with the game sales,
I don't know.
companies getting destroyed every single day. I don't know.
I don't really know, but let's leave that for final thoughts because.
One thing that we just didn't really touch on was the that Steven Spielberg Halo TV announcement.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Okay, all right.
EA Sports came out and showed their new engine for their sports game, guys. You're gonna have to play Madden in the next generation.
Does anybody believe that was actual gameplay?
No.
Just like the snow demo.
Okay. I thought maybe some of the soccer stuff was, but the football stuff was definitely not gameplay.
Yeah.
It looked cool, but it was not real gameplay.
Looked very
They
cartoony.
showed me Leo Messi, which makes me hate them even more.
Oh,
Yeah.
whatever. I can kind of understand that. That's fine.
Yeah, Sports Ignite. engine, whatever.
Apparently, the Ignite engine is exclusive to the Xbox One or
How do you-
consoles. I mean, too.
How do
It's
you
not
even
going to be
do-
on PC.
Yeah,
How the fuck do you even do that?
Do what? Make your engine exclusive?
I
Like
thought
what?
it was exclusive for Xbox, but now it's for consoles, which makes sense. Like
Okay.
XBNA or whatever.
Like
XNA.
okay, like
I'm not sure if it's like going to come to the PlayStation 4, but I know they came out and said like it's not going to be on PC ports.
Oh, the
either.
PC versions of FIFA and shit are always inferior to the console versions, so
Yeah. I mean,
they're rarely the same fucking game. So
you're asking how do they lock down an exclusive engine?
yeah,
They just deliver somebody fucking buckets of money and say,
Okay,
do what we
okay.
say. Like,
no, I would
Making
just
an engine
imagine how
exclusive
a
is like the
I just
least
imagine how
owner-
I just can't imagine how if Ignite was exclusive to One, I just can't imagine. Sorry, to the Xbox One because that's how we're supposed to refer to it.
yeah, I did read that.
Considering like
The media
Microsoft
guide.
fucking guidelines, like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, like I just wonder how the fuck do they handle like stuff like for releasing the same game for the PS4. Like
I
what, they
really
do
doubt
something
it's
different
going to be
shit, so-
exclusive to Xbox One because people are already saying from the hardware specs that the PlayStation 4 is actually a little bit more powerful than the Xbox One.
It's
So-
actually I don't even think if it's just a little bit considering how the RAM stuff works.
Well, I think the Xbox One has some hardware changes that compensate for it, but it's not going to look as good as a PlayStation 4
I don't
game.
know, like I don't know if they compensate because when one of the guys from Microsoft were asked that, he responded like this flood of PR shit. So
But I mean,
Well, you have
like,
100 different responses to what the Xbox One is.
began
so-
talking about experiences and shit. Like,
but I mean, it's one of those
that's
things
what every
where it's
PR
like,
person does.
maybe
Experience.
the Xbox One will do better water, but the PS4 will do better light. Like, it's
I don't know. It's too early to say that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Xbox One will fly you to the moon. Why'd you say that? We're not supposed to say that yet.
I did like Ryan Davis this is rocket science technology. Well, give me a fucking rocket then. That's way cooler than this piece.
Xbox Rocket.
Yeah. Xbox Moon.
Rocket to midnight.
Oh man, if the Xbox played the moon theme from DuckTales when you said that would be great.
DuckTales for Xbox One.
Yeah, so that's going to be a live arcade game, and that might be like the last live arcade game. Because if you're a publisher, why would you publish your arcade game on a system, on like a dead system?
yeah.
Just the user base is
I
too
don't know,
high to
it's-
be ignored.
Yeah,
I
but
think
the
they're
user.
gonna pull
but-
a PlayStation 2 thing where it's still supported years after the new one.
And look how
comes
many
out.
PlayStation 2 games they made after that thing was supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah, but they
It's
were
too
all,
big to
but they were
ignore.
all like those like they were like WWE games and FIFA games. They were like games for people who didn't care about games. The people who buy arcade like live arcade games like those.
They're
that's
still
just-
fucking making
there is a
Dreamcast
way
games
to
in Japan. So
Yeah,
way
but
to-
how,
So you have
but
to
how
think
many
about
copies
people
do
haven't
those sell? I
published
mean,
games
There is a way
yet
to preserve this
making
stuff. Just
that
port
console.
all of that shit to PC.
Like- Persona 5 maybe. I don't know.
what I'm
Or-
saying is that the kind of people who download and love those live arcade games, like they don't do TV commercials for that shit. Like those are your high end like power
Yeah.
users and stuff. Like those are the people that are most like those are the early adopters, right?
I don't know. It's
See what I'm
too
saying?
early to say.
I think
I think that's a mistake, especially on the live arcade stuff.
like Microsoft does a lot of mistakes with that. Like apparently, indie devs will still have to have publishers to get their games on Xbox Live.
I did read that.
Like
Surprising.
nobody fucking does it anymore, and
Doesn't.
well, but so they're not even going to have like the indie games channel.
No.
no.
Ooh,
Like, if
they
you
were
want to
already
have your-
pretending that didn't
Which
exist.
thank kind of God.
the last 2.5
If you want to
years.
have your indie game published on Xbox Live Arcade, you actually have to have an outside publisher. So you have to contact Square, Warner Bros. A1. You actually
On-
have to someone to like
on
it's not
Xbox,
how
but you don't have to do that right now on 360 though, right?
I don't know.
I can't imagine you do because
no,
I
you
can't.
do. You have to.
Then I don't know how. Then I don't understand how those guys get published.
Like Bastion
then.
has the
But
Warner
that's
Bros.
not,
logo
but that's
for
the
a
live
reason.
arcade. I'm not talking the live arcade. I'm talking the indie channel.
Oh, no. The indie channel is no. It's self-published, but
Okay.
most
and
of these games are garbage and.
Yes, they are garbage. That's why I was saying I
They're
don't know
not
what
going-
publisher would possibly
The
fund
indie
money to
channel
make that
itself
shit.
No, I'm
is
talking
kind
like
of-
Xbox Live Arcade. You actually have to. You would still have to have that. Like it's not like Steam where you can just greenlight this shit, or like PS3 where PC and just handles this shit themselves. Like,
So my question is Xbox One going to have a indie channel?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Because the whole system
'Cause-
for getting your indie game on the indie channel itself is really fucked up. And the reason you see so much shit on there is because the people that get their games on there are like, hey, if you favorite my game and recommend it, I'll do it for your game. Like, their whole peer review process is done in the community
Wow.
itself.
They needed to do something to clean
So-
up that channel, but I don't like that. I don't like not having the indie, not having that outlet. That kind of sucks.
Don't you want to play How Do I Talk to Girls?
You want to feel your controller vibrate in like 4 different ways? Yeah, no. They definitely needed to clean that up. But I don't.
Avatar Paintball.
I think I
It was
played
a
that.
lost cause.
I played the Avatar Stealth game, and that was just oh god, in the Storage Wars game. Jesus Christ! You want to see?
Storage Wars game?
I mean, it's not licensed, but it's you open a storage locker and like look at the stuff. But you open a storage locker and there's like 3 pieces of clip art.
If there's one indie game everyone has to play, it has to be Get Rich and Die Gaming.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody has played that, but it's worth the $2.
that thing was next.
Or no, you should play I Made a Game with Zombies in it. That's actually fun to play.
That's okay.
Yeah. Okay, moving
It's
on.
no Get Rich and Die Gaming.
Do you guys like Halo?
No,
Do you guys want to play Halo?
no.
Well, good, because they didn't
you'll
say
be able to
anything
watch it on
about that.
TV now with Steven Spielberg, but I bet you won't do anything.
Now you
with
get to watch somebody else play Halo.
This is another thing that, based on this announcement, I don't know why this was at this event, because it had nothing to do with a console, period. You
But
know,
you
but
can
they were
watch
talking
it
about
on the
TV.
Xbox One.
yeah, but I mean, shouldn't you be able to, like, did they say that you can watch it on the Xbox One?
Well, you can watch TV on the Xbox One.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just gonna
but I
be
mean,
on
it's going to
TV.
be on, like, they didn't say what channel this was going to be on, though. That's
No,
it.
Microsoft
exactly,
created
like
their own
Spike
broadcasting
TV.
channel.
Well, but if it was like an HBO, like if this was like The Sopranos with Master Chief, like that might be.
The Sopranos with Master Chief.
Yeah, he's like talking to his.
Every
You
episode
know, instead of
starts with
instead of
I
like
can't
Tony
imagine-
Soprano
you know what?
talking to his therapist,
You know
like
what? There's no
Master
way-
Chief talks to Cortana like
There's
that.
no way they're gonna do it on HBO or AMC because these stations simply do not have the cash to do a TV series like that.
No, but you guys are missing the
You're right.
point. Microsoft has created their own broadcasting network for Xbox One.
Are you sure about that, or are you just speculating?
I don't know. I think they announced
I don't think they did. It like
then that lady came out and she said like she's been developing like not a network
I
channel.
couldn't hear her over all those buzzwords.
I think she said
or the
network.
buzzing.
She said network programming, which entails
Yeah.
like
This is the
a
part
big
where-
budget, like
like the Netflix maybe, but not
maybe
like
or
broadcasting their own like shows, not like Netflix. Like
yeah,
I
they're
don't think
making
it's-
they're making programming for network television as opposed to making their own network.
hmm.
I like that's the vibe that I got for it. Like
Yeah,
this is like going to be a TNT or probably not Spike because they don't have money, but TNT might be a good spot for that.
Fox.
About the announcement itself, I'm not a fan of Steven Spielberg's
No.
work.
Now that
I'm
you
not a
mention
fan
How
of
are you not a fan
Halo.
of Steven Spielberg's work? Like
Well,
Yeah, but-
lately, I don't blame him for saying that lately.
Lincoln was great. You
No,
guys are
it's
insane.
not. Lincoln was not.
now that you mention it, I think Fox is probably
Fox
where
or
it's going to wind up.
Well, or FX. It might be FX because you could put it on cable and be a lot more violent on cable.
I doubt the FX would have enough money to do that show.
Well, FX has Fox's money, so I bet they have
Yeah.
enough.
They have enough money.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're able to watch the rich, vibrant universe of Halo on TV.
Right.
The rich, vibrant,
But you know what?
the big
My pro-
universe of
My
Halo.
problem with that announcement was that it
Sarcasm.
was made I think Red Black said it. It was made at the wrong place.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you know,
it was
like,
a bit off.
Like
I
you know,
don't
I get why I understand why for example the Last of Us trailers are shown at Sundance, why Beyond Two Souls is shown at Tribeca, because that's some way to promote video games to an audience, etc. But this shit just doesn't have a place for a conference that is tailored to gamers. It's preaching to the choir. Like
I don't think this conference was tailored to gamers at all, so you're missing the point.
Yeah, but
Just be glad Bungie got out before they started running the franchise into the ground.
But at the same time, like it wasn't tailored to gamers, but also
It wasn't.
This is the kind of thing
wasn't.
you should announce it like the Fox Network upfront, like where they announce
Exactly.
all the shows for the upcoming season. Like that's when you
So
should.
this
do
thing
that.
isn't like being like this isn't coming this year. It's coming in a long time.
Well,
This is
then
just-
announce it when it's coming. Like,
It's
Exactly.
just big news for the Xbox One because it's coming to Xbox One. It's not.
but not really. It's coming. Like you can still
it's-
watch this even if you don't have an Xbox One.
exactly.
I don't know. They said it was exclusive or it's only
Oh
on
yeah,
Xbox
I
One.
bet
Exclusive
I'm not
doesn't mean
able
anything
to
anymore.
Netflix
Watch it through
actually.
Hello Waypoint.
Dude,
Yeah, like that.
they're not going to make an exclusive TV
Uh,
show just for the fucking Xbox. Like, come on.
Yeah, they're definitely not going to do.
I don't think
that.
it's. I don't know.
Their TV
I
shows
guarantee
cost
you that-
way too
exactly.
fucking much to do that shit.
Fucking forget TV shows. Just getting Steven Spielberg on board. That's like 10, 20 million. There's no way that it's going to just be. You can only watch it if you have an Xbox One. It's just
Like,
not.
that announcement is what my problem with that entire conference is. It was a conference tailored for no one.
No, it was tailored for somebody that's just
It was
not.
tailored for fans of Xbox and
No, I don't even think it was that. It
No.
was tailored for people who like want to buy the latest. It's like a lifestyle totem. It's like people who want to show it's like what in that Fight Club, we buy things we don't want with money we don't
Yeah, but-
have to impress people we don't like. Like that's what this is.
Yeah,
for.
but at the same time, I don't think that if that was tailored for those people, I don't think they showed the shit that would sell it for those people.
You don't think Call of Duty Sports and Halo are what this was?
you don't think being able to have like
I mean, they're trying to
Cable-
cater. Okay, let's leave it for final thoughts. So.
Okay, all right, fine.
It's-
I don't know whatever. They showed some games actually on this conference.
Sort of.
They showed
They
cars.
showed Forza Motorsports 5, which fuck yes, love Forza. So more Forza equals.
Do we
rave.
That
believe
was-
that
that was a
is actual
weirdly-
gameplay?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
gameplay.
Some of it probably is.
Yes, it's gameplay.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, it's
Forza
not
game.
gameplay. It's made on the engine.
It's in the game. It's an engine, not gameplay.
Yeah.
So good. Forza, more Forza's
Yeah,
good.
but you know what? That was probably the first car game demo that was kind of underwhelming.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know,
But like, I don't know how much you can like. We've
You're
seen-
either a driving fan or you're not. So-
Well, and also
I know,
we've
but-
seen cars racing like a lot.
yeah, that's not gonna.
You know, like Drive Club,
It's not the most
looks
exciting
better.
thing.
It's like for the next gen, we made cars look more like cars.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you know,
it's
like,
Forza, so it's
as I said,
it's
Drive
better
Club
than most car
better.
games.
Drive
They,
Club.
Yeah.
they needed a guy like Drive Club where you could just feel like I'm getting an erection talking about cars. Like that's what they needed. For
I will admit that Drive Club won against Forza for that reason alone. For that guy ejaculating on cars.
feel the leather of the seats and.
Well, they
grip
have
the
Connect
shift
this
knob.
time, so now the Connect can read you
We saved
ejaculating
it
on
10
cars.
years ago. Look it up online.
Yeah, that guy was great.
That guy's
All right, Forza, and I guess
Quantum Break. A new Remedy IP from the guys that made Max Payne 1 and 2 and Alan Wake.
That whole announcement once again, this was not the conference to make that fucking announcement.
I agree. That's your E3 announcement.
Sure,
Like,
but
no one in the target audience gives a shit or even knows who Remedy is.
I
And no
agree.
one,
I
in
agree.
the audience, no one audience in the front of TV said, "Oh yeah, this is a new IP from Remedy." No, they were wondering
Well,
why
we
the fuck I
did.
should care.
I mean, we all said that, but like that's not who we all said. This is not. We are not the group that.
But
Exactly.
Alan Wake is so popular, you guys. Alan Wake is
That's
the,
what's-
is
Not
the
to
next
mention
Halo.
that, you know, like,
That video was
that
so
trailer
sad.
showed exactly nothing.
No.
Oh yeah,
Zero.
what are you going to show?
I mean, that ship crash looked cool, but like,
So this was my thought process when I
Well,
saw that trailer, because I'll admit, like I never played the Max Payne games or Alan Wake, and I didn't care about them. So I was one of those people who didn't know who Remedy was. My first reaction was, "Oh man, there's going to be an FMV game for the Xbox One."
Yes.
And then they cut to some game, and I was upset. And my second thought was, "Oh sweet, that girl can touch people and then make them think about the intro to Metal Gear Solid 2."
Oh, that tanker. Yes.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna play it because I absolutely love Remedy's games. But
Yeah, but you know,
if only because I'll feel like I'm like crowdfunding the new Max Payne game.
Exactly. No, the new Alan Wake.
Rockstar has.
That's what I meant. I meant Alan Wake.
Besides,
I mean, the new Max Payne game would be cool too, but
Max Payne 3 is a fitting ending to that story, and I just hope they don't do a 4.
yeah.
The sales probably indicate they won't do anything with that ever again.
I'm fine with that, because 3 is a perfect conclusion to that shit, I think.
The only thing is,
Okay.
to go back to Remedy, if you launch, even if your game isn't very good, if you sell it at console launch, you will sell a ton of copies. And if that gives them enough money to finance the
If it does come during console launch.
That's true.
Yeah, they haven't
true.
said that. Forza is coming to console launch.
Yeah,
No.
but
And if you're just going by that trailer, it doesn't look like they have a lot done. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not. I don't know. It's a little teaser thing.
I know.
Game companies don't do great little teaser things, and that was just another one of those.
Well, Forza's a game you really don't need to know anything about. It's about fucking racing.
Yeah.
What else do you need to know?
I didn't realize so many people hated Forza. God.
I love Forza, man.
That last Forza was incredible. Whatever.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean,
It's fine. People hate car games for no reason. I don't know. It's like sports games. Whatever. I want to drive a virtual car.
Can I watch racing on my Xbox One?
Yeah, probably NASCAR. You like that?
Can I have my fantasy NASCAR league?
NASCAR.
Is there a fantasy NASCAR league?
I have no idea.
I think there is, but I don't understand how it works.
I want to get in that. I want to Jimmy Gordon or whatever. Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Gordon, fuck you, man.
Oh, red and black. You're a big NASCAR guy, aren't you?
I'm a big racing guy, man.
Okay. Jimmy Johnson, right?
There you go, but nobody
That's
likes
the
him.
person. When I watched ESPN all day, that was the name.
Nobody likes Jimmy.
Moving on. And last but not least, did they show another game? Am I forgetting something?
Dogs.
Ghost. Yeah.
Oh. Did they? Call of Duty Ghosts.
Yeah.
The biggest announcement out of that was that you have a little dog companion.
That dog was in a mocap suit.
This
That
was
was the best thing.
Not until Onimusha 2, where they mocapped a horse, have I seen mocap.
They didn't put a horse in a mocap suit.
If you go back and you watch this and you
True.
take some time and think about it, it is one of the most bizarre, announcement trailer. It is strange. They had those disembodied arms that were just you were looking at the hair on these arms and the focusing on the dog and it was a strange, odd, weird announcement, man.
You know what? I am completely for it.
I like the Black Ops games.
Me too. Black Ops was
exactly,
fun.
and this seems to go exactly in the way of stupid I like.
I want them to make it more stupid. I want my dog companion to talk.
I want him to be the Fable 2
I don't want
dog.
it. I want it like psychic dog,
All right.
like in
I want to have a psychic link with my dog.
Yeah.
I want a ghost dog.
I want
Ghost Dog 2
I
is
want
coming back.
I want a German Shepherd in a ski mask with a skull in it.
I want a gully suit dog with a sniper rifle.
I want to have Captain Price yell to me as the player, call in the airstrike, and then I call in the airstrike, and over the radio all you hear is, hello, yes, this is dog.
You know that? Remember that?
I want to hear Captain Price say to me that I'm now the man dog. Or I
The
want
level
that
where
line
you
to be
play as
uttered
the
towards
dog.
the dog.
And
Yes.
there's a follow icon over Captain
I bet
Price.
there will be. I bet you will.
There will be a level where you play as
a
a dog.
Okay, so
I
here's
bet you do have that.
this is my idea for the dog level. There's a follow icon over Captain Price, but every so often the follow icon will go over a squirrel, and you have to choose whether to follow Captain Price or the squirrel. It's choices. They're evolving from Black Ops 2.
Yeah, for Black Ops 2, the choices matter
They
this
do have a
time.
level where you play as a dog. They have not done that in a first-person game before. That might be. I bet you'll see that.
It's
That
like the
would be
AC-130 level, but on the
strange.
ground.
Remember that Chris Hecker GDC talk? He didn't talk, but he just showed a bunch of video of all these high concepts, and then they just implement them in just shooting dudes in the face. It seemed like the person who made this Call of Duty presentation had seen that talk and was like, "Well, let's not just shoot dudes in the face. I mean, we will because that's fun, but
But let's also bite off their jugulars.
yeah."
Alright, let's take bets. Chances of the dog dying at the end.
100%.
At the end, or do they do?
I think the second act.
Yeah, they do
Because
that.
that's when America comes back. Like, oh no, the dog died. We're coming back.
Like that's too far, man.
Yeah, that's too
They
far.
killed our president, whatever. But when you take the dog,
Dog
you cross the
president.
line. Oh God, no! That's the new Metal Gear.
That's the new America. It's run by a dog.
Well, that's why we're in such bad. That was the whole thing of that trailer. Is like America is down and out, right? We've lost the war.
He was president and dog, but he got what is his name?
Those were rough times.
Rough
Impeached.
times, Rough Rider times for the dog. He was what's that word when they take out the president?
Impeached.
Yeah, impeached. Dog was impeached. Didn't do anything.
Or it wasn't
He came
impeached.
back.
People voted for him because he was just so cute and cuddly and stuff.
Yeah,
video
but
of
then
him,
they
he's
realized
actually-
like
He
nothing
can't.
happened.
He
a
can't.
video of him humping the secretary's leg got out.
So he was impeached. He came back as a war dog. Now he's here to fight for America.
No, he was a war dog, and then he used that military service to
Okay.
boost his political career.
Now he's come back to save America.
So you play as his son.
That's right.
Sons of the dog.
I hope the dog's name is Ghost. Like that's what they meant the whole time.
Oh, yeah. The Game of Thrones.
I'm a dog now, man.
I'm the new dog. I'm the top dog.
So
Right.
what if I hold the dog up to the new Kinect? Can I scan that dog into Call of Duty Ghosts?
That'd be too real. That'd take me out of it.
I said they didn't mention Velocity Girl in the.
Can I hold my dog up to the new Kinect and scan him into Tony Hawk's Ride 2?
I will cosplay the Call of Duty Ghost dog.
Oh, Red and Black will beat you up.
Yeah.
This is a cosplay.
Strange announcement. Strange presentation
Yeah.
on that one.
Overall, that's Call of Duty Ghosts.
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
So that
And that's
kind
it,
of
right?
So, do we want to take bets on the actual date of release? Because I think I've got it.
I think it has to be close to Call of Duty's release, right?
November.
November.
So here's what I'm thinking. Thanksgiving is November 21st. So you can't launch it that week, but you need to launch it before then for Black Friday, right? The Tuesday of that week is the 19th, but the Tuesday of the week before is November 12, 2013, or 11/12/13.
Yep.
So I'm gonna say
Dun.
it launches November 12th, 2013.
That'd be very smart.
I say it's going to or November 11 because you have 4 ones in the date.
Ah, yeah. One
They're
thing.
going to go back 2 years and release it on November 11th, 2011.
Good, that's a good one, Ghost. That's a good idea.
You're gonna go back in time.
The Xbox One is already
Yeah,
out.
it's probably going to be November.
There's a paradox here. There are two Xbox Ones. Which one's the real one?
Buy your bundle of the Xbox One with Blinks the cat.
That game was fine. People hated that game. It was fine.
Blinks the
I
Cat.
just hope to bring this shit
Blood
back.
Wake, come back.
I just hope.
What was
Blink-
that cell-shaded racer? Did you remember that game?
Oh, were you race with your feet or whatever?
No, that was the. I don't remember that game either. I mean, I remember it, but I don't remember what it's called. But it was like a Mario kart racer, but it was like cell-shaded Looney Tunes, Hanna-Barbera style.
I don't know.
Crashed or something? I don't remember.
Do you
Crash Bandicoot Racing.
No, it
remember
was.
Sneakers?
Doritos Crash Course.
Oh, God.
Diddy Kong Racing, the best
Yeah.
racing game of all time.
One of the launch titles is.
All of these are
Sneakers too.
phenomenal games, but they're not what I'm thinking of.
They should bring Azaric back. The Blue Man comes back.
I was working in retail. We could not sell that game. We could not get it off the shelf. We marked it down to $9.99, and nobody would buy it.
Poor Azaric.
Oh God,
Okay.
that thing was a piece of shit.
That was a piece of shit. So yeah,
What's
that
that
covers it.
fighting game that just had that dude's face on the cover?
Oh yeah, that terrible fighting game.
Oh God,
Xbox has made a lot of terrible games.
that first couple of years were pretty rough.
Pretty rough.
Yeah,
As
so
in
that
dog
was.
sounds, right?
They barked up the wrong tree.
Every dog has his day.
Morbid, I'm really glad that we have you chiming in like this. It really adds a lot to this.
Adds a lot of character to the
It
show.
does. It does.
Dude, stay the
That's
fuck away from him because I love what he's doing.
I'm being sincere in this. I like it.
Yeah.
Don't be so rough on him.
Don't chew me out.
You're all fired.
We're all fired. So yeah, that's the whole conference in general. Probably missed something, but whatever. That's it. So, Red and Black, overall thoughts on the Xbox One reveal?
The thing that I was most interested me was the NFL thing, and they didn't quite give me enough details.
Oh yeah, NFL partnership.
Yeah, and they didn't quite give me enough details to make that to make me happy or sad about that. But other than that, overall, there was no one feature that I thought was as cool as the PS4 broadcasting stuff. So maybe at E3, we'll see.
Doesn't it have DVR stuff or whatever? But it's not the same as the broadcast stuff.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. They didn't. At least they didn't promote it the way that they promoted it in Sony.
Yeah.
If they did, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Morbid Coffee, your insightful thoughts on the Xbox One reveal.
There's a couple of things that they said that completely unsold me on the game. The first is their requirement to be online at least once every 24 hours. And that is going to ruin so many things, and the thing that hits closest to home is offline fighting game tournaments.
Alright,
which means
Evo.
every
It's
fucking
ruined.
one of them is going to be on a PlayStation 4 if the PlayStation 4 does not have that. So I'm going towards PlayStation 4 at this point.
I've heard at least 4 different versions of that saying that it is that way or it's not that way. So
It is that way. I think they confirmed it.
that it was once a day, but the Xbox support said it wasn't, though. Their verified Xbox support Twitter said that it did not have to.
I don't know.
sign
Major
it.
Nelson said, like, oh, we don't have any concrete details at this point, like the day after all the shit came out. So
Why not just
who
say
knows?
don't ask that since that now? Like,
This is part of my reservations about the whole conference.
If it is that way, Morbid, then I mean, like for me, it's not going to matter because like I don't go to Evo or anything. But if it is that way, then I can see how that would suck. Yeah.
And the
Yeah, it
second
does suck.
thing that pisses me off is I buy video game consoles to play video games. And this is more of like, hey, check this out. You can watch TVs and movies and listen to your music and shit. And I don't need that. And I recently bought a gaming PC, so all my gaming is probably going to be on the PC. And if I can't play it on the PC, I'll probably be playing it on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, but the game stuff, they'll go heavy into that at E3 probably.
I hope so. I need to see more games.
yeah, I think we all need to see
Before I
more
make a
games
final
before
decision.
we-
But like I said, at this point, everything they've been saying and everything they've shown me, I'm more excited for the PlayStation 4 at this point.
Yeah, that makes sense. Ghost, I'm sure you have a lot of things to say about the Xbox One reveal.
I am confused, and I have two conflicting emotions. Maybe not conflicting. The first emotion is that I am confused about the entire point of this conference. Like I don't really understand who it was made for and what was the target, what was the point of it, because the only thing that really Microsoft has from it is like a bullshit ton of confusion from all that stuff that they said and failed to divulge in a good way after the conference, like all that used games, all this online bullshit. Like the only thing they have on their hands right now is a PR disaster. Like no one is really like. I have yet to meet a person who is like, dude, like I'm so fucking stoked for the new Xbox One, dude. Like motherfucker, I have to have this thing now. Like everyone is kind of either shits on it or it has this kind of cautious optimism, or perhaps they refrain from judgment.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, at least with the Sony thing, you either had something, you either thought something or thought something else. Like, they were very concise and very clear on what they were saying.
Cliff
Games and
Blazinski retweeted his brother. I think it was Tommy Blazinski, and his tweet was, "The new Xbox sounds like a DVR that plays Call of Duty. That's fucking awesome." So that's who this was for, Ghost.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's weird to me because Microsoft already has that audience.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to take that audience from the Wii, like using the Wii U confusion and shit. Like, they're not catering to that. They're not really going for the hardcore gamer angle they had a few years back. Like, they're trying to preach to the choir, and I just don't understand why.
Every Xbox One comes with Mountain Dew and a bag of Doritos.
Yeah, exactly. Like, these people will buy. Like, everyone will buy a fucking Xbox. Like, these are not the people you need to convince. You need to convince fuckers like me. You need to convince people. You need to convince like indie devs and shit who will probably change ship to PS4. And the other thing I'm feeling is
I doubt. I don't know, man. That's going to be tough for them to get a lot of indies. So go on.
Why
I think
would it be
Sony
for
pretty much
PS4?
has the indie
Yeah, because the
scene.
publishing stuff, like.
Yeah, if there's
big.
no indie channel, then that is really bad. I mean, you wouldn't have got
And you
the
have so many
penny
options
arcade
on PC.
games.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like they should cater to this shit, to
They
these
should.
people, because
Really.
they already own the whole dude bro Halo thing. Like,
I don't know. They'll have Halo for
Call
sure.
of Duty sells millions, so
Exactly.
they're not
Yeah,
going to
but-
worry
And it
about
sells
something
the
else.
most
Yeah, but-
on Xbox too. Out of all
yeah,
its
but the problem
platforms, it sells
but
the
the
most
problem
on
is
Xbox.
like they already have that audience. Like, they are not trying to reinvent the wheel here. Like, they are carrying to people they already have. And this is one of the reasons why the second thing I feel is that I'm a bit worried. I'm worried because Microsoft is playing up the angle that I would not like to see in video games in the future. Like, it's just this carrying to the lowest common denominator that's just promotes no innovation. Like nothing
They always
nothing
do
seems
that,
appealing
though.
about
That's
this
not
shit.
really. I don't know which
do
console
that-
reviewers ever said like, "Oh, this is not for you." Like the big.
Well, I think
AAA
sure,
thing.
sure,
if you've
sure,
seen
I'm
in
just-
the last couple of months, I think the new
Even-
Sony marketing, they're doing a hell of a fucking job selling that system, and it's not even out. Like, their marketing plan for this PlayStation 4 is fucking amazing, and they're
For
they're
us,
trying to
sure,
yeah,
but-
they're trying to
Yeah,
branch
for
out
us,
to more
yeah.
indie.
I don't
and shit
know, like outside of
exactly
us,
for
like, how this
us.
excites anyone else. Like,
Like if you went to any of those dude bro people, and I hate that term, and you said like indie games, they wouldn't even know. Like
you want to play the next
Sure.
game, the next game from
Sure,
the guy that
but
made Raid.
They're like,
sure.
what?
Like,
Wanna
I'm
play
not denying
Destiny?
this. I'm not denying this shit. But just, this is why I'm saying, like, Microsoft already has these people. They won't be convinced any more than they already are. Like, they say Halo and COD, and like fucking like they're going to buy it.
Yeah.
There's a problem with the fact that Microsoft can lose this. I think they can lose this next generation. I'm just saying, well, basing on this single conference, which I'm probably
Yeah,
way
it's-
off base.
Yeah.
It's too
Like,
off base.
Like they
Neither
might
of
lose-
these have even been released yet.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but they might lose. They might lose this entire generation just on the long term, because that at some point this shit is not going to sustain itself. Like they might lose on the next big thing, because they're trying to they're not thinking long term. I think they're just trying to do what's popular right now, and they're not. I don't think they really
Well, right
have
now, I
anything
think the
else
whole
for
announcement
themselves.
was just
History
how do we
repeats
beat
itself.
Sony.
And
Yeah,
I don't
the
know,
whole
this
announcement
is-
right now is how do we beat Sony? Well, Sony didn't announce anything. Let's announce a box.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that was their whole
It-
plan for this conference. So
this is history
You know,
repeating
like the
itself
second-
in 2005
like the second
again.
with this
where-
conference, like I think they fucked up by having this conference so close to E3 and just didn't. I just don't get why they didn't simply leave it for E3, because if
Because
they
this
just
it
stuff-
would be fucking boring.
Yes,
Because E3 they wouldn't have the shit. They wouldn't have it all to themselves. Like so, then Sony would announce a box at E3, and that would make
and a
people-
ton of games. And
Yeah, but
Microsoft
the
just have this
thing is,
If
Xbox-
they had done this
Dude,
exact,
but Microsoft would win this shit. First of all, don't tell me it would be fucking boring. Did you just watch the last two conferences of Microsoft during E3?
oh yeah,
Like, they were the same fucking. They were the same
Yeah,
fucking.
they
I
don't
think
want to do
that's
that. Yet.
but if they had
That's why
done,
they put this stuff here. So
Yeah.
Well, the thing
if
is,
they had done,
they
if
had
they had done this exact conference, if everything about this conference had been exactly the same, but it was during E3, they would have gotten obliterated by everybody.
I think
like, they
the-
would
yeah,
have
but
been
the thing is,
excoriated.
they
The
would
biggest
have.
problem they had with this
They would have the thing
is
that they have announced a console.
But,
Like,
but
remember remember the Wii
That's not
U?
fake news.
Like people, yeah, but remember the Wii U? Like people had no idea what this thing is going to be. They had no idea if it's a separate console. They had no idea if it's just simply a new thingamajig for the Wii. And yet it was the only thing that people had going on from that conference.
And look
From
how
the
that
entire
turned
show,
And
from
look
the
how that
entire
turned out.
fucking show, from three different. Yeah, but they had people talking. That's why I'm
But
talking
badly.
It
about.
didn't
Like,
get him
they
anything.
didn't
It
know-
hasn't
they didn't
got him
know.
any money. That's why Microsoft isn't doing this for, to be cool. They want to make money.
Sure. Just like
I don't
at this
get your point overall. Like,
Oh, because
I
they're not
think
getting.
the biggest
These are-
problem they had with this conference was they limited themselves to an hour to televise it, so they were trying to go for a bigger audience, but they announced nothing.
Yeah, and they did that.
So
yeah, they were
Panel
like,
afterwards.
at least Sony, they gave themselves like 2.5 hours to say like, "Hey, these are the specs of the system, and look at all these fucking games we have for them."
and Square
Where-
Enix. Oops, we failed.
Yeah.
No.
But no, the Microsoft was basically just spreadsheets, and you can watch TV. So
Yeah, they weren't given enough
Like
time.
the other
to-
thing, I'm like, if you would let me finish.
Okay.
Like the other thing, I'm like thinking that the only thing that Xbox really, that like this Xbox reveal did to Microsoft is that they gave they gave the ball back to Sony at this point, because Sony doesn't have to do shit until E3. Like Microsoft has a ton of PR bullshit to handle at this point, and just the only thing that Sony has to do is watch and gauge what the response to the Xbox stuff will be. Like
It will
they have
be-
literally given them ammunition, because now Sony can go on and say during E3 that you can play used games or something like that, and like they won't do it probably, but they can. But Microsoft is essentially doing for them. They are essentially doing Sony's job for them, because they're testing waters for these guys.
It's going to be really interesting to see what both Sony and Microsoft pull out at E3. Like I think this is going to be, those two conferences are probably the most I'm looked forward to an E3 press conference in a long time. Like that's going to be a real like WrestleMania, fighting between the two, especially because Nintendo's not going to be there, and who else was it? Take-Two pulled out. They're not doing their big show. So those two press conferences are going to be.
which one is The Undertaker?
Which one has Hulk Hogan?
Who did have Hulk Hogan? Who published that last crappy
Microsoft.
Kinect game? They published it?
Well, no, it's on Connect, so Microsoft would have Hulk Hogan.
Which one is going to take the other from the backside?
And on that note,
Yep.
well, I guess I'll give my quick thoughts.
Yeah.
Well,
Go
we
ahead.
still have stuff to talk about, so
Nah, I think we're kind of done.
we
here.
do use game shit.
No, but go ahead and wrap it
Yeah.
up, Fat Mac. Let's
Yeah, let's
sure.
wrap it up. Used games would be an hour because
We can save it for next time.
on
Or save it after
E3
E3 when Microsoft actually has one thing they can tell
Yeah,
everybody instead of 50.
cohesive, coherent.
Like this is the
marketing
next thing.
strategy.
Like they fucked up really bad with this
Yeah.
entire conference.
They still have
Like,
time, so I don't know. We'll see. Overall, I thought it was a weird conference. Definitely not enough information about concrete things like 5 billion transistors. I don't even know what that means. Like, not enough explaining. Not
That's
even
like
showing
so many transistors, though, dude.
yeah, transistors, man. Yeah, not enough information. Not enough concrete information. Not even like giving us a lot of specs and all that stuff. Not enough games, obviously. Just too much sports, too much bullshit. Honestly, like, yeah, it's just not enough complaining, not enough explaining, not enough games. Just this conference overall, it shows the box at least that it has a concrete image. This is the next Xbox. This is the next generation. So definitely looking bad at my Xbox 360. Like, you're just old now.
Yep.
You're dust.
Dead console walking.
Put the dog to sleep.
Yeah. So definitely looking forward to E3. Sony, I'm with Sony so far. I don't want to pay for Xbox Live, so they're gonna have to convince me to pay for that because
yeah,
it's
I'm worried.
gonna be.
I'm
Yeah,
worried.
worried.
As someone who would like to work in the game industry, I'm worried with Microsoft because right now I don't think I would like to make games for this console. Because I just imagined I would have to jump through way too many hoops with Kinect and this TV shit, etc. And I just don't think I'm scared.
That's fine. Don't be scared. It's gonna be okay.
Don't be scared, Ghost. Just
Microsoft,
It won't be okay.
Microsoft
It won't be
dies
okay.
and games will continue.
Just-
We'll always have PC and Sony
curl up in a corner
and Nintendo maybe.
just keep telling
Story of
yourself.
Call of Duty Ghosts is the world after the release of the Xbox One.
Oh, God,
The Xbox is Skynet.
awesome.
America
the
has crumbled
protagonist.
under all the TV streaming and
And I'm the
watching
rebel
Star
leader.
Trek.
All right, well, thanks a lot, I guess, everybody.
Thanks for listening to us babble about Xbox stuff. We'll be back on Sunday for used games talk, hopefully. So yeah, this is a fun one-off Xbox reveal thing. And thanks guys for listening.
I
Be
see
back
what
next.
you did there.
See you later.
See you later.
Welcome
Bye.
to the new Xbox experience.
Peace.
Remember that time we didn't know the name of the Xbox?
Brought
Good
to you by Steve Ballmer.
The cerebrum has suffered massive and irreparable damage. You never know what has happened to him. Had I not been sure of this, I would not have permitted him to live. Where am I?
Father?
What happened?
I need help.
What is democracy? What is democracy?
Got something to do with young men killing each other, I believe.
When it comes my turn, will you want me to go?
For democracy, any man would give his only begotten son. It is impossible for a decerebrated individual to experience pain, pleasure, memory, dreams, or thought of any kind. This young man will be as unfeeling, as unthinking as the dead until the day he joins them.
I don't know whether I'm alive and dreaming or dead and remembering.
How can you tell what's a dream and what's real when you can't even tell when you're awake and when you're asleep?
Where am I?
I can't remember anything. Can't tell if this is true or dream. Deep down inside I feel the scream. This terrible silence stops me. Now that the war is through with me, I'm waking up, I cannot see that there's not much left of me. Nothing is real but pain now. Hold my breath as I wish for death. Oh please God, wake me.
He just went ahead and chopped off everything. Oh God, please make them hear me. They won't listen. They won't hear me.
You don't wake me up, I'll be like this for years.
Hear me.
Back in the womb is much too real. In comes life that I must feel, but can't look forward to reveal. Look to the time when I live, fed to the groove that sticks in me, just like a wartime novelty, tied to machines that make me feel. Cut this life off from me. Hold my breath as I wish for death. Oh please God, wake me.
I'm just like a piece of meat that keeps on living. It won't always be like this, will it?
I can't live like this. I can't. Please, no, I can't. I can't. Help me. Somebody please help me. Mother, where are you? Help me, Mother. I'm having a nightmare and I can't wake up.
Now the world is gone, I'm just one. Oh God, help me. Hold my breath as I wish for death. Oh please God, help me.
Death has a dignity all its own.
Father, I need help. I'm in terrible trouble and I need help.
Don't you remember when you were little? How you and Bill Harper would bring a wire between the two houses so you could telegraph to each other? You'll remember the Morse code?
Darkness imprisoning me. All that I see, absolute horror. I cannot live, I cannot die. Trapped in myself, fighting my only fear.
It's Morse code. Oh, what? SOS. Help.
Landmine has taken my sight, taken my speech, taken my hearing, taken my arms, taken my legs, taken my soul, left me with life in hell.
What's he say?
He said, kill me. Over and over again. Kill me.
Oh, God. He's making them here. Don't you have some message for him, Padre? He's the product of your profession. Not mine. Each man faces death by himself. Alone.
Goodbye, Father. Inside me, I'm screaming. Nobody pays any attention. If I had arms, I could kill myself. If I had legs, I could run away. If I had a voice, I could talk and be some kind of company for myself.
How do they get it over with and kill me?
I could yell for help, but nobody'd help me. I've just got to do something. I don't see how I can go on like this.